Welcome to the Pelvic Power Podcast. My name is Penny, and I am the host of this lovely space. I am a pelvic floor yoga teacher who teaches people with pelvic pain how to use movement, breathwork, and body awareness to ease and manage their pain while living a pleasurable life. In this space, we'll be talking about all things taboo because we love it, and how to support your lovely pelvis and your lovely self on this journey that you are on. I am very happy that you are here, and I hope that you enjoy this episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Pelvic Power Podcast. I'm so excited to be here today, and I'm very excited that you are here too. Today, we'll be talking about libido. Libido. Do you struggle with your libido living with pelvic pain? Because I have struggled with it for years, and now I'm finally getting to the point where I'm like, okay, the libido is coming back. It feels good. So let's talk about it. Let's chat. I have lived with pelvic pain for a long time. Like sclerosis and hypertonic pelvic floor dysfunction. We know that by now if you've been around here for a while. And I want to say it all started when I was in my early 20s. I wanted to be like everyone else. I wanted to have sex like everyone else, but I was in pain. And I was like, what is wrong with me? What is happening here? So I would get most of the time hammered, really drunk to be able to have sex. Imagine what that did to my system, and imagine what that did to my relationship with alcohol. Because, like, that's one of the first advices that you get, sadly, from a doctor if you say that. I live with pelvic pain, I struggle with libido, and they say, have a glass of wine and try to relax. But it's kind of like counterintuitive, I think is the word I'm looking for. Because on the other hand, the doctor's telling you to have wine to relax. The alcohol can make you very anxious in itself. And then they're also telling you to rely on a substance to get through one of the most normal things. Like, we are just here to fuck around and to fuck around. Like, we came to Earth to just have sex, be our most glorious self. We're just stuck doing taxes and stuck in this wheel, but we came here to feel good. My neighbors just came out of the house, and I know for a fact that they can hear what I'm saying outside. So I'm like, don't want to sit here and scream, you came here to fuck around, so that my neighbors can hear it. No, I do not. Well, maybe I don't care. I don't know. Now I'm just questioning myself here. Coming back to the point, we came here to feel good. Like, I truly believe that we came here to feel good. But that also includes going through all of the emotions, even the quote unquote bad ones, to feel everything so that we have this range of emotions that we can experience. However, I believe that we came here to feel good. Sex is supposed to feel good. Sex is supposed to feel good. When a doctor tells you to have wine to help you relax, they're telling you to rely on a substance. How is that healthy? Instead of actually helping you with whatever you may need. So if you're at this point in your life where you're like, I really struggle with my libido, I have a hard time getting wet, I don't know what's happening, why is it not working? That was me for years. So in my early 20s, I had to get really hammered to be able to have sex. I would have sex because I was not in my body. I was not in contact with my body. Then I'd wake up the next day. I would be so sore, so sore. My vulva would be so sore. I remember one time I was having sex with a guy, and I was drunk. He was drunk. It was a really bad experience. We're getting into it now, baby. You're getting to hear all of my stories here. The next day, I had to ride my bike home. Yeah. Can you imagine what that was like? I couldn't even sit down. A couple of days later, I saw my gynecologist, and she's like, yeah, I think we need to have surgery here. That's when I had my first surgery. And then I had three more because the first one didn't work. The thing is, oftentimes, there's no blame, no shame in this experience that I had. I am looking at it with the most love because I didn't know better. I didn't trust myself enough to actually learn to know better. But if I look back at it, if I would have not had so much alcohol that night, had sex with this person, did I actually want to have sex with this person? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't know. I just wanted to feel like any other 20-year-old who's out there living their lives, having fun. Because sex is supposed to be fun, but I was in fucking pain, man. But would I had sex with him? Would I have had surgery after that? Because was I actually receptive to having sex? Was I in pain? Was I not able to ride my bike afterwards because I was not lubricated enough to actually have sex? And his penis was just shoved in there? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Would the surgery have happened? I don't know. I think there's so much work to be done that you can do yourself, that you can work on yourself. And it's fun. It's fun to do this work, according to me. I like doing this work. You know how I just question myself when I was like, do I actually care if they hear? Like, even just such a simple thing, like that is me getting to know myself even more. So, as I was saying, that was in my early 20s. That continued for years. 4 years. And I just really wanted to be loved. I just really wanted to be loved because I believed that there was something wrong with me. I believed that I wasn't normal. And it's sad being in your 20s feeling that way. It's so sad. And I would say the amount of work that I've done in the past 2 years on myself, I haven't done that much work on myself like forever. Like in my entire life. I've done a lot of work on myself for the past 2 years just to get to know myself better. And I am 35. I am 35, babe. And right now I'm like, okay, I need to get to know myself better because I came here to feel good. I came here to fuck around. I came here to live a good life. How do I want to feel? How can I support myself even more on this journey? For me, it's all about getting to know myself. So, if you are struggling with your libido right now and you don't really know what to do, you are searching out help from others, how can you support yourself as well? So, this is where this episode comes in. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, because this is for you. And I always say this in my yoga classes too. If something doesn't align with you, you can skip that part. This is your practice. This is your day. This is your podcast episode because I made this for you. So if something doesn't align with you, skip that part. Just forget about it. But also, it might make you think a little bit. And that's what we want. That's what we want. So, first things first, when it comes to your libido, your nervous system impacts your libido so much. If you are constantly in the sympathetic charge, the fight and flight state, that's going to impact your libido. That's going to impact your libido. If you start to work with the nervous system, you're going to notice a huge difference. So, where might you be experiencing more stress in your life? And I know living with pelvic pain, that in itself can cause stress. And I know that. And we live with pelvic pain. We're here. We're living with chronic pelvic pain. And it takes a lot of work to show up for yourself in this sense. But also keep in mind, showing up for yourself is like 90% of the work. And you're already here. You already listened to this podcast. So, how do you regulate your nervous system? First off, deep belly breathing and not forceful breaths. I'm talking diaphragmatic breaths. I'm going to reframe that. Diaphragmatic breaths, not deep belly breathing. So, when you are breathing, just notice how your breath is traveling throughout your body. Like there's so many ways that you can regulate your nervous system just by paying attention to your breath. You can trace the breath throughout your body. You can focus on breathing in to a certain part of your body. You can focus on slowing down your breath. You can focus on deepening your breath. There's so many ways that you can use the breath to regulate the nervous system. So diaphragmatic breathing, you're breathing into the lower part of your rib cage, inviting that breath into your belly. This is when you're breathing into your rib cage, into your lungs, they're expanding, the diaphragm is descending. That's pushing the organs down and into your pelvis, and that's where your pelvic floor comes in. You're feeling that beautiful blossoming of the pelvic floor. I actually have a blog post on this, so if you want to learn more about the breath, I'll pop that in the show notes. But it was funny because I posted a video, this was like years ago on Instagram about the breath. And one follower was like, doing this breathing with you, I actually felt aroused. I'm like, yeah, that's your nervous system down regulating. And also, you're sending all this love to your pelvic floor just by using the breath. Imagine when you're inviting in that movement into your pelvic floor. Like some yoga poses for me, I'm just like feeling a little bit of a tingle here, and I like it. Like there's so many ways that you can support that part of your body when it comes to your yoga practice. So, diaphragmatic breathing, you can do mindful movements, nature walks, spend time with people that make you feel safe, people that regulate your nervous system, people that don't make you go into a fit in state or fawn state where you feel like you have to people please or that you have to fit in. People that make you feel safe, people that make you feel like you can just be your most authentic self, no matter how fucking weird you are. And this is one of those spaces here. If you want to send me a message and it's fucking weird, send me that message because I love to hear the weird messages. You know me. I'm all about the weirdness. The weirder, the better. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. So, people that make you feel safe. Find ways to regulate your nervous system. Meditation, great way to regulate the nervous system. Absolutely freaking fantastic. But that can also be really hard if you're feeling very sympathetic. But regulating your nervous system, learning how to regulate your nervous system. And I'm not saying that sympathetic is bad. It's not bad. That's what makes you get up and going in the morning. That's what's causing excitement. When you're excited, when you are doing cardio, that is your sympathetic is going up. You're upregulating. If you've ever been to my power and flow classes, that's an upregulated class. And then we downregulate at the end of the class just to bring it in, bring in the balance, balancing it out. So the sympathetic isn't bad. I feel like we're always so like, oh, I have to go into the parasympathetic, I have to go into the parasympathetic. But you want to be able to ride that wave up and then also come back down. So nervous regulation is really, really crucial when it comes to your libido. Second thing, I was talking about, this one might hurt a little bit, and I'm sorry. I was talking about people that make you feel safe. If you're completely honest with yourself right now, and maybe you take this as a sign, the person that you are dating right now, are they actually good for your nervous system? Like if you are completely honest with yourself right now, and yes, you can hit pause and scream a little bit if you want to, because that would have pissed me off a couple years ago. That would have fucking pissed me off. But are they good for your nervous system? Do they make you feel safe? Do they make you feel grounded, like you can relax, like you can just be yourself? Do they feel like a deep breath? Do they feel like a deep breath? I think that's very important to talk about. Like I am out here, I'm dating, I'm not really. because I am doing a lot of work on myself and I'm very picky about the people that get access to me like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I really now my libido is just like amped up when I'm ovulating. I'll be I'll be going out the door here and I'm like, "Oh my God, I really want to get down with somebody." But I am working a lot on myself right now. I was telling my friend the other day, I'm like, "Let's make this a slutty summer." It's hard when I have like two sides to me. I'm like, I want to be a slut for summer, and I'm also very mindful of the people that I spend time with because I want people to feel good in my nervous system. The people that I spend time with, I want them to feel good in my nervous system. So ask yourself this question: the person that I'm dating right now, are they good for my nervous system? And you probably know that know the answer to that, and that might scare you a little bit, and that's okay. You will know what to do when you will know what to do. So I'm gonna say something right now. You know when the doctors tell you, oh, maybe you're not just attracted to your partner. That pisses me off when they say that. That absolutely pisses me off because they're just gaslighting you and they're telling you there's nothing wrong with you. It might just be your partner. But also, is the person that you're with right now the right person for you? I'm just gonna come out and say it. Do they make you feel turned on? Like on a deeper level? Do they make you feel turned on a deeper level? Okay, we're moving on. That was too much of a truth there, a little slap on the face. I'm sorry, but I am not sorry. So, another thing that you can do for yourself for your libido, read smut. Like I cannot stop talking about this. Like read smut. This has helped me tremendously. This has been a part of my journey for the past 2 years. Like smut is my self-help. Like, I swear it's my self-help. And there's so many different categories too. You don't have to go for the darkest one. You don't have to go for the really tame one. It doesn't have to be a cover with a half-naked man and a girl just wooing over him. Like, there's so many different categories. It's absolutely insane. Right now, my friend asked me the other day, she's like, "What are you reading right now?" I'm in a reading slump because these books are making me feral, and I am out here being very mindful of the people that I spend time with, but they're making me freaking feral. Okay? So I'm like, I'm in a reading slump. I can't read any more smut because I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I'm gonna be climbing the walls in here. If I see, there's so many TikToks that I see where girls are just like, I should not be let out of my house when I'm ovulating. If I see a forearm with tats on it, I'm gone. I'm done. Like I can't. So I can't read any more smut right now. But I'm saying this is a great recommendation. Read smut. Listen to audiobooks. Listen to erotica. There's so many apps out there. Like I feel like we are just touching the tip of the iceberg of what can actually turn us on. We can learn so many things about ourselves just reading smut, listen to erotica. What do we like? How do we like it? I think there's so much information in that. And that gets me going, pun intended, to the next thing. Pleasure slash masturbation. What is pleasurable to you? Do you even know? Do you even know what you find pleasurable? You don't have to masturbate if you don't want to. You don't have to masturbate if you don't want to. But I'm a big masturbator believer. Big masturbator believer because there's so much juiciness in that. There's so much healing in that. And we've spoken about this before. The O manifestation, I think that's what it's called when you're manifesting through orgasms because it's kind of like you have this direct, we always have a direct link with the universe, but especially when you orgasm because like there's like a heightened state or something. I don't know. That is not scientifically proved by me whatsoever. But I'm just saying I feel like there's so much power and magic in masturbation. I posted a TikTok the other day and I was like, If you're feeling sad, masturbate. Life is going to feel better after that. If you're feeling lonely, masturbate because you realize that you're fucking hot and you don't want to waste that energy on anyone else besides yourself or someone that's actually worthy of it. So, do you actually know what you find pleasurable? And this is also where this can tie in with the smut, like what you can learn about yourself and then try with your partner too. Yeah, like they all tie in together. So, start to listen to what you find pleasurable, what feels good in your body. Maybe you have a hard time feeling pleasure. Then you also may need to work on regulating your nervous system because that sensory input might be a little bit vague. I want to say vague. What's the name? Might be a little bit dampened. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But we're moving on. You know what I'm saying. Yes. So if you have a hard time feeling pleasure, how can you put yourself in a state where you feel more safe, where you feel more connected to yourself and maybe to the other person too? And this also comes down to using your practice, your pelvic floor yoga to support yourself. Before you're intimate with someone, how can you connect with your pelvic floor through your breath? That will also regulate your nervous system. That will help to relax your pelvic floor. What yoga poses can you do before you go in for that sexy time with someone else? How can you land more in your body? How can your practice help you land more in your body so that you feel more safe, that you feel more regulated, so that you can experience more and also experience less pain? And then also thinking about when it comes to pleasure and masturbation or sexual activity, what do you actually like? Like outside of the bedroom? Like what may turn you on outside of the bedroom? What do you have at your disposal here? That might be dirty talk when you're not in the bedroom together. That might be sexting. I fucking love sexting. That might be making out for hours with your clothes on. Like I feel like if I'm saying this, I'm like I'm fucking feral. If I were to have a makeout session for 5 to 6 hours, I feel like I would be cured. I would be cured. There's nothing hotter than a makeout session. Like I swear, there's nothing hotter. What do you like? What turns you on that doesn't involve nudity or too much pressure? And how can you use that? And we've spoken about this before as well. I find that people are missing out on so much more fun if they're just thinking about penetration and orgasm. Like, there's so much more fun things to experience out there. And this is also where the books can come in. Like, what kind of ideas can you get here? What can you do together? What can you do for yourself? And on that note, I think that's the end of the podcast. I hope you got a little bit of, I got an email from a student the other day, and she was saying that she loved the podcast and she calls them pennyisms. Pennyisms. I hope you love these pennyisms. A couple of golden nuggets for you here that you can take with you and that you can make into your own. You can come back to this podcast episode and maybe you will get another little oomph, a little inspiration of what you can do the next step. And anything that I said today, take what resonates, leave the rest. And if right now you are feeling like I'm saying this out of experience, if you right now you are feeling like maybe I'm not with the right person, that's okay. That's okay. You will know when you know if that's the person for you. You will know. And if that's not the person for you, you got this. You fucking got this. Do you know how powerful you are? Like, I might actually drop a tear right now because it takes so much power to move on from something that is not aligning with you and what you want out of your life, how you want to feel. It takes so much power and so much courage, and you have that. You might not feel like you have that right now, but you do have that within you. And one day you're going to realize that too. Even if it's a year from now, 3 years from now, you're going to realize that too. Just let it take the time that it needs to take. You're gaining something from the experience that you are in right now. And that is going to help you feel so much better in the future. Okay, remember to look after your beautiful body, your beautiful vulva, because it is a beautiful vulva. Oh, it is a beautiful vulva. Remember to look after yourself. Go and drink some water because your vulva might be feeling a little bit dehydrated. Your pelvic floor might be feeling a little bit dehydrated. Your bladder, your bowels. Go drink some water. Until next time, remember that you are absolutely fantastic.